Hello. Hi. We're StreamYarding tonight.
I don't.
We are not taking any chances on me getting stuck on here and not being able to get out of my live. Not doing it.
Yeah, you were frozen for a little bit, like.
Yeah, that's because I had shut my phone off. So it just took it a second once I shut my phone off to like finally say, "Oh, well, there is no stream coming through here. There is nobody on, so I suppose we should cut it off." Yeah. That was dumb though.
Yeah.
Anyhow, hi, Karen and Jennifer. Sherry's here. Judy's here. Lynn's here. Hello, Sean and Joe and Rhonda and Brenda.
Mindy's on the correct side.
Yeah, right? Everybody's good now, right? We're where we're supposed to be. I mean, hello, Emma and Mary Lou. How are you guys? So we'll go with it. I mean, Brandy's pretty clear right now. We're keeping fingers crossed. Brandy's pretty clear. You have a ceiling fan in there, don't you, Brandy, in your room?
Yes, I do.
You can see it. Yeah, I mean, you can't see the fan, but you can like see a shadow.
Yeah, you see the shadow going around and
Uh-huh.
around.
Uh-huh. It's interesting. Yeah. So anyhow, here we are, folks. Here we are. I told Brandy, I'm like, well, Brandy cleared me up on some stuff again because I was confused. I'm like, all right. So I said, yeah. I told her the other day before she started reading. I said, well, I've started reading. I said, and now I got more questions. I'm more confused. I don't know. So yeah. So she had to clear me up. And she said, well, so and so's a witch. And I'm like, wait, what? Whoa, hey, what? What are you talking about? Who's a witch? And then she's like, well, her mom. And I'm like, wait, where did it say that?
Yeah, because she's got magic. It's the root magic. They call it root magic, and she doesn't like that word aether, because that's like, you know, different, and that's what has me wondering, you know, a couple of things, like instead of it being that she's possibly from um Merlin's bloodline, is it possible that she's actually from Morrigan or Morgana or Morgan Le Fay? She
and
goes
then of
by all
course,
of the different
and
names.
then of course I had to go, what? Who? Huh? What are you talking about? Yes, Jennifer, I'm having some struggles as well. I'm telling you. Yeah.
Well, like I said, Morgana or Morgan Le Fay, she was a very powerful sorceress, but they considered her evil. And based off of the book, we've got that whole group that removed themselves. They were Merlins, and they removed themselves and called themselves, the group of Morgan. And, that's why I'm kind of like, supposedly that type of Merlin might have been what was in her mother's room, but were they there for nefarious reasons, or were they there to like be around one of their own? I don't know, because she's definitely got
See, when
things
I
that
heard,
others don't have.
and see, here's me. When I heard about her mother being connected to the plants and be able to do things with plants, and Bree always thought that she was just like a, regular botanist or whatever, and she played with the plants and made them grow and whatnot. And then I'm like, oh, maybe there's a whole different sect or something. There's the knights and that way, and then there's something else. So I guess that's really kind of true then, isn't it? This they'd be something else, another side. But do they? But they're not
Right.
evil. They're not evil like the not the Legendborns, the Shadowborns. They're not them.
Shadowborns.
So they're not them.
No, but they believe that the line of Morgan is like working with and the Shadowborn. They think that, at least that's what it seems like. It seems like that they're thinking that the line of Morgan is actually helping to unite the Shadowborn to bring about the major war. Which, of course, now he doesn't want her in the war, but she's already said, "No, I'm doing it." They've already done the first trial, and there you go. You called them whorehounds. Now we have, I guess, what you would call whore boars.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Because we have hell boars and we have hell serpents. What do you call that one? A horse serpent? I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, that makes a whole different type of sense.
He called it something else though. He had a big, long, fancy name for the serpent. I don't know what that was.
Well, yeah, true.
We need the guide. Where's the guide to all of the evil creatures? There's got to be one. I thought I actually saw one.
There is. Remember, they said it's on Wikipedia.
Oh, yeah. Is that where it was? No, I thought I saw something on Amazon.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be completely crazy. Maybe what I saw on Amazon was just the like the whole, what did you call them? Cliff notes to the Knights of the Round Table stuff. I don't know. Half sister through their mother. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Morgan seduced Merlin into teaching her magic, then stole some important magic, turned it on Merlin to take him out of the game. Mm.
And then, of course, Arthur illegitimately has a child. And that one has a lot of power because of Morgan Le Fay and tries to take out Arthur. So, yeah, it's just all about boop, boop. Yep. That's the one I was talking about. Morgan slept with Arthur, had a son. They used the son to try to destroy. But he died too.
Wait, she slept with Arthur?
Yes, that was the incest.
Okay, wait. She slept with Arthur, but Arthur's wife slept with the other guy.
With Lancelot, yes.
So everybody's just sleeping around.
Yeah, pretty much. But see, like, people say it was okay for the king to sleep around because the king should be able to sleep with whoever he wants to, but the wife is not supposed to.
The king can. Oh, harems are okay, but reverse harems are not. No, that's bad, huh?
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Gotcha. Ooh, that's not sexist, is it? No. Not at all. Yeah.
Just a little bit. But like I was impressed with, for someone who she hasn't been raised in this world, but she used some strategy during that trial of let's watch the first group so that she could kind of get some thoughts down as to how she was going to survive it.
Well, she just got lucky. She got lucky there that she could do that because they could have been picked to go in the first group. I
know. So she lucked out that she was in the second group. But then, oh Lord, there's a little bit of romance brewing because he was worried about her. Nick was worried about her, and then when Nick got hurt, oh Lord, we thought she was woo. So there's some little tinglies there.
Yeah. Well, what was I gonna say? Oh, we got the one guy at dinner that was getting all, uppity with her, and remember that?
Sal.
Yeah, well, no, not Sal, the other guy. One of the other guys that's I think he's in the challenge or something. I don't know. But he's like, how did she get there? Why do you get there? You don't, blah, blah, blah. Starts giving her a bunch of shit.
Oh, yeah, but I can't remember who that one is.
And then starts bringing in the whole race card and all that kind of stuff to it as well. He was just like, He's being a real jerk. And she's
Yeah,
just
but
giving right back to him.
some of the oh, she did. She did.
Yeah.
And when her and Nick were kissy facing, and the boys called them, they were like, "Oh, go for it! You go for it!" But I think it's wrong that dude, yeah, Vaughn was all like, "Yeah, we know what you did to get to be his page,"
Yeah.
and she's like, "Oh no, wait, just one day, no, listen." And
Yep.
of course, Nick's like, when she tells him, he's like, "I wouldn't be opposed if you want."
But there is nothing happening. But
No, well, kissies is happening.
well,
Kissies.
yeah. His last name is Schaefer. Like you're like, well, I wouldn't associate you with him. He's not very nice, Lynn. Lynn's nice.
Okay, what is Karen's thing says glasses, purple,
I know
yellow,
she
diamond.
must
I
have
don't
done
know
an
what that
emoji
means.
or something. I think sometimes
Okay,
the
I don't
emojis
know
don't
what
come
glasses,
through.
purple, yellow, diamond.
I don't know. The emojis don't come up. They do words instead. I don't know. So purple glasses, and yellow diamond. What?
Not sure what it means, but okay.
No. Well, just playing.
Oh, okay. Oh yes, that mean woman who tried to get Brie.
A mean woman who tried to get
I'm
not remembering.
I don't remember who that one. That one's like kind of gone out of my head. I am glad her and Alice have mended fences, even though she has to keep Alice. She just says, "I'm in a secret society, so I can't say anything."
Yeah.
A
secret society.
And she.
Oh yeah, one of the mothers. Thank you. Yeah, the mother was kind of a bitch too, wasn't she? Oh yeah. Yeah.
The gentle tonguing. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, those mothers came in like hoity-toity, like ooh, you know. And they put them right in their place too.
Well,
like, she is not here to wait on you. She is not a servant. She is not a whatever. Just no.
I know, they're like here, and she's like, "What the hell? Who?" Like, who? I ain't your servant. Yeah. And I mean, and it's because they did that whole, "Oh well, you're black, so you must be a servant." Like, really? Kiss my butt.
Yeah.
And ends up there's another one in the group that has mixed blood, but luckily, I guess you can't tell it from outward appearances.
Marion's on the road, or should I say Marion's in the skies. Marion's taken to the skies. Fly safely.
Woo! Going to plane to Houston, then to Tampa. Oh, well, you have fun, girl. But
no, you're not being
and
nice.
Then, but of course, her friend. Would you have given your friend away by call? Like, if you were worried about your friend, would you have done what Alice did? She called Dad. Oh. Dad's like, "If you don't want to come home, you're going to go see this therapist."
Yeah. Well, I mean, a good friend would do something if they were really concerned, right?
Yeah. And I mean, she's not mad at Alice about it. She understands, but now she's actually kind of grateful because
now she's met this
psychiatrist.
Yeah, she's met this woman who knew her mom and has already given her information about her mother that she didn't know.
No. And now there's someone else who
kind of description of all the demons. What? How do you get to fandom? Is fandom a website or something? What is that?
I guess it's the fandom of the books, I'm assuming.
I have no idea.
It must be.
No idea.
So now the Page class has lost some because they they failed the first challenge.
Well, but how many people did?
So they
How
out.
many people did accomplish it? How many people did meet the task? I don't even know.
I forgot how many. It was like I think like 2 groups.
So
2 groups got bye-bye.
There was only 2 in each group. There were 2 partners. But they were all on the field with, I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know how many people are competing. I don't even know how many people are competing, let alone know how many got kicked out and who made it and whatnot. I have no clue. How many were there?
They're down to 8. Thank you, Karen.
How many were there to start with?
I think there were 12 to start with, weren't there?
Well,
I think there were 12.
How come? Didn't they say at some point that they were like the only ones to finish? The other, I don't know.
No, because
the only ones in their group?
you had different heats, but you had more than one. You had more than one group going out at that same time.
6 groups of 2 and 4 groups made it.
Yeah, so 2 groups were out.
2 groups didn't. So that's two pairs. 2 pairs didn't make it. And so when they competed,
so 4 people.
So when they competed, they only competed 4 at a time. So it was 4, 4, and 4.
You had so if there were 6 groups, so you had 3 groups competing. There was 2 rounds. Round 1 had 3 groups, and round 2 had 3 groups. And I think in round 1, all 3 groups made it, but in round 2, their group was the only one that actually made it through.
That's what it was. Because they said that, right? It is confusing, Mary Lou. It's confusing. There's just a lot going on. There's a lot of stuff. I missed a lot of stuff. I don't know. Yeah, because I know that I read that they were the only group that made it. So they were the only group out of their 6 people that made it. So the other
out of their group,
round, everybody made it out of the first one.
Yep.
I'm telling you, I need a spreadsheet to keep track of what's happening in this book. I'm telling you. I'm going to get a spreadsheet. Who's who and who's related to who and who's this and who's that and how many people. Don't even ask me names. I couldn't tell you their names to save my soul. I don't know who any of them are. Anyhow.
Hey, Angie.
Hi, Angie. We both yelled at the same time. Yeah, it's super confusing. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I guess because well, for me, knowing the Arthurian legend helps. But in addition to that, I'm just kind of thinking like, you have this part, the trial kind of reminds me of, like anytime you do like tests that are, whether it's like the Harry Potter, the Goblet of Fire, they had those, right? They had all those people that were competing and, trying to go for a specific prize and,
Well, I think here's what's happening for me. There's so much going on. I'm trying to get the overall big picture of how things tie together. And so because that's still so confusing for me, all of the other stuff that's happening, I'm just like, I don't even know. I kind of, not that I block it out. It's just, I kind of forget about it because I'm so focused on trying to get all the connections between who and what and what's going on, right? So all those little detail things are kind of like, whew, I don't know. My brain can't handle all of those. So
Well, I
yeah,
mean, I would just say at this point, we know that common seems to be almost inevitable, that everybody is being awakened, and that they have to each scion has to have, you have to have your uh not page, you have to have your, my brain just went funky knocky
see,
dunka.
see, the scions have a
You
thing
have to
and then
have
a thing.
your,
So you got a knight, and a knight has a scion, but the knight's dead, but now the scion's alive, and then the scion has a something, and then they got a something, and I'm like, Lynn, I
well,
totally agree,
but
Lynn.
point is
Those
that,
teenagers, those teenagers are not as old as me. They have not lost all their brain cells, and they're probably in school still learning all this shit. So,
well, we just know that all of them, all of the pages have to go through this trial so that they can choose, that they got to get their, they have to have their people. And so it has to be done, and it has to be done fairly quickly, because they have to get chosen so that they're so that they can be bonded.
bonded.
They got to be bonded.
What? Now we're getting some bondage?
Oh yes, because once they're bonded, once they're bonded to their scion, then what's going to happen is there's that, and I forgot the name of the word.
I keep wanting to call them a squire, but they're not squires, right? What are they?
Well, no, yeah, the squire. They're
Are they
squires,
squires?
yes.
I'm right?
And so the squires and the scions are going to become bonded. And when they're bonded, they share the strength of the knight. The knight, basically all of his magic is going to pass down to the scion, and through the scion to the squire. And so what's going to happen is that, they're going to get that extra strength, that extra magic, that extra resiliency. But then it also means that unfortunately their life will be cut short, because essentially it's like the magic's going to kill them.
What? So they get bonded and then they die?
Yeah.
So, wait.
Well, they'll get bonded, fight the fight, and if they don't die in the fight, then they will die through the magic.
That don't seem right. Why are they gonna die? Who would do that? Who would want to do that? It's knowing that they're gonna die.
Because it's a great honor.
Well, screw the great honor.
Well, that's why they told them at the beginning before the trial. That's why they told them at the beginning before the trial. Keep this in mind. If you are not prepared for this, so knowing that that's going to happen, they gave them that out.
Okay, wait. So where's this whole immortal thing come in, and it keeps going from generation to generation and down the line? So how's that going to work? If these kids die, then who's gonna be the next whoever's, and how are they going to be the next whoever's if these guys are dead? That makes no sense.
Well, but
there's a flaw,
because it starts off and it goes like this, so it's not like they're the only ones from that line. There's not, that's not just one person that's in that line. But it has like this whole branch out thing.
But if they're all scions with squires, they're all going to die. Is that what?
Yeah, but that just means that another of. But then there's just more coming behind them. It's kind of like, how like when a king dies, and if he's got like multiple kids,
so how
only the oldest makes it.
How's anybody ever get to be a squire then? Because you have to be a squire. No, you have to be a scion to get your squire. I don't know. See? Okay, Sean, thank you. That part confused you too. Thank you. Why do they die? It makes no sense. They got magic. And then who takes over for them if they're dead? I don't know. I don't know.
I think that what takes over if once they die is someone else from the bloodline is going to get called up. They're the next to go, the next in line. And you got to understand also in earlier days, the age that those two are right now, they would have already had kids.
Yeah, so doesn't it have to be their children now that take over?
No, not necessarily, because remember, think of it like a family tree.
It's through the bloodline, so it has to be somebody.
Right, but Mindy, listen to what I'm trying to say. You start off with two people, and if they have 5 kids, and then each of those 5 kids have 5 kids, and then each of those 5 kids have 5 kids, is there only one that's in line for that one? No, they now have, it goes you. So yes, there's one right now that has been called, but there's all of these others.
So how many brothers
that are in the waiting?
Okay, but so, oh God. Okay. I'm just thinking Nick is the person from his family.
It's the one from the family that's been called up right now, but that's not to say that there's not other descendants of Arthur. He's not the only descendant of Arthur. He's not the only one in that line. So he just happens to be the one that has taken the oath. There's others that are back there that haven't taken the oath.
But so somebody's got to be having more kids for this to continue going down the line then.
Yeah, more people do have kids.
Otherwise,
they just need to have.
Otherwise, it would just die out, because if they haven't been called up, okay. So okay. Oh my God, my brain hurts already. Okay, so say George had 2 kids, and George is the king, and George is in charge, and that's all there. Okay, I guess if George has 2 kids, never mind. I'm confused. As long as they're in the tree. Well, I fell out of the tree a long time ago. I don't even know where the damn tree is. Oh my God. All right. Okay. Anyhow.
Yeah, I don't understand how the power goes to the squire either, Sean, because I'm like, you would think it would go to the scion, it would go to the knight, so it would go like to Nick, but why would it have to go to, I understand they need their squire to be there with them, but why do they get some of the power? And why do they I don't understand why they got to die. Like that, unless does the magic just burn them out? Does it burn them into the husk?
I'm not in. Yes, Lynn. Lost in the woods. Too many trees.
And they need the power to
too many trees, and I can't follow where the branches are going. I'm like confused. Oh boy.
I'm just thinking once they get all that power, it burns so bright, it allows them to be able to do whatever, and then that power's got to go suck back into the thing, and when it does, it sucks the life away from them. That's the only thing I can figure.
Suck the life right out of you.
Suck the life right out of them.
Oy, 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 oy. All right. Well, our next section is through chapter 30.
Okay. So, Brandy, read chapter 30. Do not read 31.
You got it. Yep.
Y'all think I'm crazy, but I sit there, and when it gets to be Sunday night, I go back and I watch the video, and I find myself saying, "Read through." Thank you, Sherry. And I actually last night, because I didn't start until last night actually. So last night I pulled up the chat because I was like, where is it? Because that whole
she was going to cuss. Did you hear that? She was going to cuss.
I didn't know. But because of that whole us not getting to end kind of thing, I was like, let me just put on the chat. And then I looked at the chat and I saw Sherry was saying that the Brady remembers this, so I'll probably be looking at this again.
Is it because the ether is from death and holding the power of a dead being kills them quicker than normal?
That's a possibly.
Everybody take notes. Have questions. That's right. Oh boy. I have lots of questions, right?
Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Look, so I'm helping other people to know where we go.
There you go. Okay, perfect. All right. So that's the homework, folks. I'm certain it's going to get even more muddy and more branches to the tree and more nuts in the tree, and I don't know.
I'm waiting to see where the power from her mother is coming from, because like I said, I'm wondering if it is coming from the line of Morgana. Is this a way of bridging Morgana or Morrigan, as they called it in this one, to Arthur? I don't know. Or is
I don't know. What does she have happen? What has she had happen so far? She can block the mesmer.
Yep.
She had flame or something, right?
Mage flame that just came, and red mage flame at that.
Yeah.
Oh, Sean. Sean, we read chapter 30 and we do not read chapter 31.
So there's a couple of things that she has had happen. Was there something else?
But she doesn't have the full answers yet about her mom. And that's what she's trying to find out. But now she's got two different things. Because did you see the reaction of that therapist when she mentioned Aether?
Yeah.
Well, I think her father is completely in the dark. Her father, I don't think, has any clue of any of this.
Right.
I don't think.
I don't think so either.
I mean, I'd be surprised if he did.
I don't think so either. Anyhow. Okay, well, happy reading, and we'll be back next week for more of something. Oh, boy.
I'm loving it. I can't help it. I'm just loving it. Be careful, Marion.
Bye. I feel like I've gone back to school. Like I'm taking a college class or some shit. I'm like,
hey, I'm doing that right now.
Well, it has nothing to do with this, though. I feel like I'm back in, and it's so funny. You will not believe this, but when I went to college, one of my minors was English, and it was reading stuff all the time, all kinds of crazy books and stuff, and discussing them.
English or literature?
Huh?
Had to be your lit class.
No, it was my minor was English.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you had to take a lot of literature classes too.
A lot of literature classes. Yeah. Women's lit, Mexican lit, all kinds of stuff.
Women's lit.
But never the Knights of the Round Table lit. So, but this is what I kind of feel like I'm back there, like trying to dissect something that I have no idea what it's about. Yeah. We should have a test at the end, Sherry. Yes. Let's have a test. Oh my gosh. Brandy, we're not letting Brandy make up the questions, though they'd be too hard for me. All right. I'm gonna let you guys go. So Asta Spimnana or something like that. I don't know.
Hasta mañana. Well, not
That's
tomorrow.
The one.
No, because we got a whole nother week.
Asta mañana.
I said Hasta mañana, but then no, it's Hasta semana.
What is
next
that?
Week.
Mary Lou, I don't know. Somebody pulled
Semana, I think, is week.
Somebody pulled the sword, and then somebody, I don't know. Who pulled the sword?
Arthur is who pulled the sword out of the stone.
There you go. Okay. No panic, Lynn.
That's how they...
It would be an easy test, Lynn. It would be an easy test. Don't worry. All right. We're going to go now. No, I've never read The Once Born King. Nope. Never. I read some weird stuff, but...
I read part of Mort de Arthur, so...
No. All right.
I had to read one part of that.
Gotta go. See you later. Have a fun week.